What's going on, everybody? It's your boy T Spillin. Welcome to Spillin' All the Tea. Well, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys about Love Hip Hop ATL, and just want to make mention, like I said, we all know that Hollywood is coming back in September, so that pretty much leads us to believe that this cast is this cast is probably going to do a 2 to 3 part reunion, since if I'm not mistaken, no, it's already been shot. So a 2 to 3 part reunion. Rolling right into that. So if that's the case, then that means that we should see this wrapping up probably mid-August, roughly. You know, just throwing it out there in case you guys didn't pick up on that, but I know I did. When I say mid-August, like, that shit is right around the corner. August 1st is this weekend, so yeah. And y'all know I gotta have some more day. I already told y'all, if you guys did not watch the either the Basketball Wives of LA or the Married to Medicine reviews I did yesterday, or actually they were posted this morning, I was behind. Leave me alone. Still somewhat behind. Drink of the week is that Young Captain Maury. So I got some Captain and Coke. Yeah. I haven't got a bite to it. Made that one just right. Oh yeah, it's back. If y'all didn't see those videos, it's back. I'm back on that shit. You did. Yeah. So I'm back, y'all. Alright, so let's get back into this shit. So, of course, it picks up where it left off with the incident between KD and Carly and Cena. So, the one thing I did not mention last week, and it's not even that I forgot. I probably got distracted. I did not see Carly throw the drink on Katie, so I totally missed that. But it picked right back up there. And I mean, you got Carly talking about some their whole plan was to get her there so they could tell her some things about her man, and the fact that she got so riled up, well, mission complete. My thing is this, but what really did y'all tell her? Because I really don't think there was much dialogue, and if it was, this is one of those where people get mad and y'all just saying some shit to be saying some shit. So Life snatched her ass up like, hey, come here, and he pretty much telling like, you know, I got my legal shit going on right now. And his whole thing is, by you doing what you're doing, you're inadvertently putting me in a position to where I would do some shit and possibly get locked up, which he's already been locked up. Now, because his whole thing is he don't want to go to jail for trying to defend her. Now, if any of y'all try to figure out like what does he mean by that, let me explain it to you. Growing up in the hood, I know this shit all too well. But when at a minimum 2 females get to fighting, it's only a matter of time before dudes get it. You like get involved in some way, shape, or form. And I've seen it happen so often. So it's one of those where you see 2 females fighting, and you pretty much need to set your dang on clock and, you know, determine how long it'll be before men jump into it. And not necessarily jump in terms of hitting women, but maybe trying to pull one off another. It's crazy shit. Especially being over in the hood where I'm at, then, you know, guns and shit get pulled out. Just saying. So I can understand what he was getting at. Her whole thing is, you know, I guess she felt all nice and warm inside because, you know, he's willing to go to jail for her. I'm pretty sure this is the last time that we're going to see him outside of the reunion if he shows up for that. And if his best bet will be, if he does show up to the reunion, he needs to make sure Mona understands, boo boo, I need to be performing my latest single. If you want me on this damn reunion, milk this shit for what it's worth, like. So Margot, sorry y'all. Margot and Jocelyn meet up. And, you know, Margot whole thing is, you know, I need to talk to her about the shady shit that happened, you know, with her husband. Jocelyn whole thing is, fuck the bullshit. You need to be happy, you know, that somebody is, for what we're putting your struggling ass on something, trying to give your ass a motherfucking opportunity. And Margot whole thing is just like, no, that's not what it is. You know, the shit is unprofessional, this and the third. You know, she's being very slanderous and throwing some shit out at her. Now, I don't know if y'all caught this, but hold on. Here's the shit that I'm before I get now say everything you're saying. Before I say this, so Jocelyn got in her feelings, and she's telling Margot, you know what, go make me a drink since that's all you good for doing. Better yet, why don't you get on your knees and suck? I don't know what she said. She said suck something, y'all. If y'all know what she said, please put that shit down in the comments, because I did not catch that. Part of it was because there was people in the vicinity, making noise and shit while I'm trying to watch the motherfucking TV. But it is what it is. So if y'all remember what she said, please leave it down below. But of course, Jocelyn, got in her feelings, and it was almost like she could have easily reverted back to the old Jocelyn. Now, I'm gonna sit my phone right there. Actually, I'm gonna just leave right here and just scroll up. I got something. All right, but here's the thing that I'm gonna say. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed it. One thing Margot likes to do is she likes to purposely, like I don't know, it's like she has a way of getting somebody in their feelings and tricking them into coming out of body or coming out of character. Because we all have a character, we all have a persona that we all keep up. It is what it is. But and I'm not gonna say our true side, but our hood side, right side, ghetto side, the motherfucker you don't want to come outside, we typically keep that shit on reserve, because we don't always need to have that shit on the front. But she loves to pick at that because she wants you to act out of character, so she has something to get at, and she loves to irritate and agitate and constantly poke at that, even when that bear pops out. And she does that because if you notice, she's done this shit with Mimi. But if y'all truly recall, when they had the Kumbaya moment at Arian's place, Mimi flipped the motherfucking script on her ass and threw the shit back on her and got her in her fucking feelings to the point where she couldn't take what she normally dishes, so she fucking left. So that's what she did to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's semi fell for the head trick. I mean, she got all out of shit. But see, it's good that Margot got her ass up and hauled the fuck off, because again, that old Jocelyn Hernandez, which what y'all, again, I'm just gonna say this because y'all probably thinking it. I wanted fucking Jocelyn to grab her, by that motherfucking mane that her ass had, grab that shit and literally, skull drag, bop, 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 bop. Actually, she's not even gonna skull drag. Jocelyn doesn't skull drag. No, she's gonna go ahead and bop, bop, but still grab the mane. Motherfucking head looking like the motherfucking ass of a motherfucking horse and shit. I don't like Margot. I do not. Fucking do not. The fuck up, what we got? Alright, so Jock is at the studio. Katie stops by, and she wants to rehash what happened at the little premiere thingy, and pretty much she's just like, oh yeah. And then to hear her say something about a fake pregnancy, and she was like, well, that's something that I shared with you, how dare you go back? And Jock was pretty much just saying, like, you used to be my escape, you used to be the person that I could retreat to talk to about what's going on, but I can't do that with you. So he's found that comfort in Cena. They get to going back and forth and shit. Again, I'm not gonna go tit for tat, but Jock pretty much told her, we done. And of course you're talking about, so you keep on, I'm gonna get crazy on your ass. I'm looking like, have you not done that shit already? But it is what it is, y'all. It is what the fuck it is. Moving on. So now what. Actually, you guys, we need to figure out a name for the men in this group, okay? Because the group in New York is the Creep Squad. So we need to come up with a name for this, group. Because we got Scrappy, we got Jock, Tony, and Kirk. So they all sitting down talking about their respective issues. And Tony, mentions Kalina's career and pretty much how, he knows that she wants to move forward with the music, but she still has like 25 pounds that she needs to lose. My whole thing is this: I'm trying to figure out how last season you go from you need to be in the studio hustling to now I don't even want to manage you, and then you talking about she need to lose 25 pounds. Dude, you don't see no shit like that on camera. You don't see no shit like that on camera. It's one thing for another female, some female that, but it's another thing for a male to say, and then you say it on camera and not to her face. Oh Lord, when she play this shit back. Now Tony suggests to Kirk that the girls need to have a sit down, because their whole thing is the girls have known each other for years. Man, that's how they know each other, and they want to bring the two together. My whole thing is this: y'all can still be friends and let them figure out the shit in the process. I mean, damn, You know, it's almost like the same shit with Married to Medicine, I'm just saying. But we'll get to that in a minute. So Tammy and Rashida go to Bambi's video release party. Rashida looks at looks at Bambi. I think the boy name was like Lottie or some shit like that. And her whole thing is, you know, she's all hugged up, and you know she's looking awfully single right now. And she's feeling some kind of way because, you know, Scrappy is fam. So, you know, she truly feeling some kind of way about that. And, you know, Bambi rolls up, they start talking. She pretty much says that Scrappy can't feel any way when it comes to this video because he ain't did shit for her career in the last 2 years. And that's not some shit that she should have even remotely said to Rashida, but at the same exact time, I'm pretty sure Bambi knows the kind of chick that Rashida is, but okay, you invited her, or I think it might have been Tammy that, I don't know who the fuck invited who, but this shit too damn messy for me. So Mimi, Stevie, and Tiffany. Stevie has created a track for Miss Tiffany. Tiffany shows up. She wants to make sure there ain't gonna be no problem between me and the baby mama. That's her whole, I'm not the baby mama, between me and the wifey. That's her whole thing. It's like, I don't want no problems with your wife. And Stevie's whole thing is, I don't need permission from her to work with anybody. Plus the reality is, she gonna be pissed at whoever I work with because I'm not working with her. Alright, so now we got Scrappy, Kirk, and Rashida. So they in the studio because, you know, Scrappy working on his music. So apparently everybody working on music now. Scrappy working on his. Jock was working on his previously. Oh shit. Drop my damn vape. Paid too much money to be dropping this motherfucker now. It's a box mob still. I ain't trying to break the motherfucker now. Shit. I'm gonna just hit this shit right here because I don't want this shit to fall on no damn mo. So, you know, they get to talking the shit. Kurt brings up the video now. If you wonder how the fuck does Kurt know, pillow talk. That's how Kurt knows. Pillow talk. So he brings it up, but he doesn't have all the details. So Rashida slides on in and gives all the details of, you know, well, this what I saw, this, that, and there, whoop, wop, the whoop, and Bambi shows up. Now, you know, Rashida whole thing is in her confessional, you know, well, I wish she would have told me that, you know, Bambi was stopping by. The fuck why? My whole thing is, this be bold in your shit. You know, she was a real, you know, she was a real when she would have just stood in her shit. She would just stay there and just be like, oh, I was talking to him about this. And my thing is this, if you gonna run tell that, or you gonna put your husband up to you know, bring up the conversation so he can usher you in, then you should have told Bambi, like, look, if you don't tell your man about this, I'm gonna have to tell him, because you know I fucks with him, you know he fam this, that, and third, woo, wop, the woo, but she didn't. And Bambi is asking him, you know, what is she supposed to do? Just, you know, wait for him to... Okay. Let me try to hurry up and finish this damn video, because apparently every time I try to get this damn video done, I'm getting cut off. I'm having to stop this. And I don't like doing this, because this is like the only videos that I don't edit. When I do, but they gonna trending topics ones, I will edit those. Make it seem a little bit, but this shit, no. No, zoom out a little bit. Ooh, nope, that's it. That's better. Alright. But she's asking, you know, what am I supposed to do? Just wait for you to get your stuff together. But that's what she's saying to him, but that's not what she's saying to everybody else. Because what she's saying to everybody else is, you know, he ain't did shit for me in the past 2 years. So my thing is this, what is it? Which, like, what excuse are we rocking with? You feel what I'm saying? And she leaves and tells him, you know, come back at me, you know, when you get a big ring and when you get your family situation together. That right there, just like the fact that she even said ring first, that says a lot about her. I mean, like I said, she's not an ugly, you know, woman by any means, but it's one of those where you can kind of see what it is that she owned. And she only got up with Scrappy for the come up, feel me? So now we got Margot and Stevie. So she's going to see him, and you know, she's walking up to, well, she's in the confessionals, she's saying how she should have discussed money up front before doing anything, but she was going into it for free publicity. But knowing that Stevie J is you know, the orchestrator of all this, that he's gonna run that 10,000. That's what she's saying. And you know, Margot, when they start talking and whatnot, you know, she's telling him, you know, okay, I felt you shady, this, that, and the third, and not gonna go into the details, but she hits him with the, you know, you need therapy. I think he was like, yeah, you need to take your wife to therapy. He was like, I have, you know, and she starts dogging out, you know, his wife to him. Now my whole thing is this: I thought your issue was with him. Now here's the thing: I see one of two things. Either I know the one thing is she was trying her best to do what she did to Jocelyn, get him in his feelings so he could fucking break character. More or less probably because, you know, she want them coins. Want to sit here and have him jump out of the body so she could try to sit here and sue. Something like that. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing. But I think the other thing is she's trying to further stir up shit with Jocelyn. My thing is this: I don't think you want it with Jocelyn, boo boo. I'm gonna have to ask your motherfucking Skeletor face sit it smooth the fuck down. You don't want it with her. And you know, she kept saying, you know, well, I want the $10,000 or you can't use the photos. He was like, oh, I'm gonna give you 10. Give you 10 seconds to leave. I never about fell the fuck out of my damn chair. And he started doing the motherfucking countdown. And trust when I say her ass was out of there before his ass got to one. Jock and Carly. So he starts by her story. He wants to know what the fuck went down, how the shit started. She runs, you know, tells the whole thing. And his whole thing is he just don't want Carly and Cena to be friends because they fucking what the fuck he got. But Carly's whole thing is, well, we're already friends. And you know, you like, I will say, what the fuck was Carly wearing? I don't think what she was wearing was appropriate business attire, which that is what, you know, Jock fucking mentioned. But part of me feels that Jock might try to put her ass back in the rotation for her to have a storyline next season. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that one. And then we're going to end with Kirk, Tony, Rashida, and Kalina. So Kirk takes Rashida out to dinner. You know, it's supposed to be a private 101. She said this big old table. She's just like, well, you know, we could have been over here all up, you know, by ourselves in the cut instead of sitting at this big ass table. He's like, hold on, you know, got a surprise for you. So then Kalina walks in, and you know, she's also under the same impression that it's gonna be a private 101, you know, with her and her husband. So Kalina's pretty much saying that she's not trying to kick it with Rashida not appear. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they not friends, you know, let us just leave it right there. Well, you know, Tony brings up her postpartum in front of Rashida, and Rashida gets to laughing. Now right here, my thing is this: regardless of where y'all been, you know, you laughing about the shit, and there's a good chance that Rashida probably had to deal with the shit. But here's my whole thing. I'm really trying to find the equivalent. But there's shit that people in certain genders go through. I really don't think that there's anything that I could really equate to this on the man scale. Fuck it. But more or less for females, I'm pretty sure any female will feel like that is not something that you bring up. Yeah, at the same exact time, there's certain things where if somebody brings something up that you're going through, you know, the respectful thing is you never laugh at the other person about it. So that was one of those where it's just like, you know, Rashida purposely started shit, and I would assume that there might have been a whole lot of security posted, because for all the laughing and shit Rashida was doing, I wasn't hit for it. I wasn't feeling it. And Kalina feels betrayed by Tony, because at first Rashida felt that way, but now she's getting a laugh out of, you know, who is her friend. And, you know, Tony says to Kalina that he wants Kirk and Rashida to, you know, christen their baby, pretty much be their godparents. Rashida is laughing her ass off at everything, but Kalina's whole thing is she ain't having it. Her whole thing is this, like, what? So what you saying is if something happened to me or happened to us, they gonna they gonna take our kids? Fuck that noise. You know, that's how she feeling. And you know, again, Rashida found all this to be funny. And my whole thing is, I think for Rashida, she finally figured out, oh shit. And here's the thing. Actually, let me finish this. I'm gonna say my point. Rashida started coming for her career talking about some ain't nobody trying to value your shit. And fucking Kalina pretty much told her, ain't nobody buying your fucking music. They might be buying your lipstick and maybe, you know, these motherfucking clothes, but they damn sure ain't buying your music. They going back and forth. Kalina gets in her feelings and we pretty much in there. But I'm gonna say this. I think what has happened, again, Rashida did not have a motherfucking storyline this whole entire fucking season. I think what happened is, and I think editing came into play, is the shit popped off with her and Kalina. And they pretty much went back and finished off the storyline with her and Ashley. Because, okay, this is a fake ass storyline. It's really not going nowhere. But this right here is a real, like, this right here is real life. And this shit's really going somewhere. And I think that's why she's laughing. Because she's trying to sit here and get Kalina to that point where Kalina will sit here and give her a storyline that she just does not have. My thing is this. I don't think Rashida wants it with motherfucking Kalina. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. But look, y'all, that's all that I have for Love and Hip Hop. I apologize for this video being all chopped up. Again, hey, it's what it is, motherfuckers. You know, not knowing that I'm doing a video but interrupting me. So, like I said, hopefully I've edited this down to where it's not as bad. But if it is, I do apologize. Working with what I got. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys. Thank you for clicking on the video. And until next time, I love you all. Have a great evening. Peace.